As you well know,
after a week of public reassurance,
both in the 2019 and the 2021 elections, our election integrity held.
Canadians and Canadians alone determine the outcomes of our elections by voting at the ballot box.
the government released the independent report it had been relying on for support. It says a panel of top civil servants detected foreign interference attempts, but not enough to change the 2021 election outcome.
We have no reason to think that whatever foreign interference or other interference took place changed the outcome in an individual riding.
But the report's author, Morris Rosenberg, said CSIS was concerned about foreign interference, including by China, and that there are gaps in how the government determines how much meddling is too much, concluding we need to understand better how foreign state actors influence and interfere with the information provided to Canadians, particularly through social media.
We definitely shouldn't be taking this as a sign that everything is fine.
The report acknowledges it's hard to measure election interference because foreign actors could use proxies, and the public is only notified if a panel determines the interference would threaten a free and fair election. The report recommends studying if that threshold should be lowered. Some experts say this all shows there's a significant threat even if the election results weren't flipped.
Look, if someone is continually attacking you, someone is continually trying to break into your home, and they keep getting better at it every time, that doesn't mean that there's no threat to be worried about. It means actually they're getting better, they're getting more efficient, and they may actually one day do it. And why would you want to wait until that happens before you take measures to protect yourself?
Canada's former ambassador to China says the government should be more proactive.
Clearly, China is acting as a bully, and we have to push back.
All of this comes ahead of a highly anticipated parliamentary committee Wednesday into how much foreign interference there's been in Canadian elections. Ashley Burke, CBC News, Ottawa.
Well, let's bring in Chief Political Correspondent Rosemary Barton. And Rosie, what does this mean for the Liberals?
Ian, the report confirms some of the reporting, certainly by the Globe and Mail, that China was trying to influence candidates or find proxies that could help them. That's significant. It's important for Canadians to understand this is a real threat. But politically, what the report does is give the Liberals something to say. The Prime Minister is being asked these very serious questions almost on a daily basis, giving pretty limited answers, perhaps for intelligence reasons, but still limited, and leaving Canadians wondering. So to have an independent panel say the election results are not in question gives credibility to what the government's been saying, and better communication is part of what this report is suggesting. Certainly not all the answers are in this report about how much China was trying to get a particular result from the last election and what it may have been doing in particular ridings.
And where does this leave the growing calls, I guess, for a public inquiry?
I don't think that's going anywhere, certainly not from the Conservatives, who believe the government has not been forthcoming about any of this. The government seems reluctant to go down that road and is hoping that some of this will be dealt with in a parliamentary committee. But this whole conversation has become very partisan, very difficult to resolve in that kind of environment. The report does lay out some really clear things that could be done to prevent interference or improve conditions for the next election, and the government will need to move quickly on some of those.
Always nice to have your analysis. Thank you.
Thanks, Ian.